Welcome to the Quick 10 podcast, brought to you by Cuick Trac, focusing on all things FedCon and cyber defense from different perspectives and different personalities, all in 10-ish minutes. Here's your host, Derek White.
Welcome back to another episode of the Quick 10 podcast. I am your host, Derek White, with Beryllium and Cuick Trac today, joined by good friend Scott Singer from CyberNINES.
How you doing, Derek?
Thanks for being here. Great, man. It's good. So Scott and I go back years, happen to be relatively close to each other regionally. So
Midwest.
Yeah, Midwest. Don't get a ton of Minnesota people in this space, unfortunately. But good to see you at a conference like this. A lot of buzz. We're live in person for those listening on your favorite podcast platform. We are in person, not in the studio. You and I caught up a little bit, and you have some relatively big news. But maybe before that, who you are, what you do, CyberNINES. Let's get that part out of the way.
Sure. So we're CyberNINES, and we started back in June of 2020. Took a risk here that this was all going to play out like it is sort of looking like it's going to play out now, according to Stacy Boss Janet.
Yeah, I missed that.
September is when she thinks the 48 CFR rule is going to come out.
Okay.
And I know I'm speaking acronym-ish stuff here, but that's kind of the world that's going to actually put CMMC into contracts. But so CyberNINES, so we're a C3 PAO, not a gold droid. Okay. However, we are a third-party assessor organization, and so we can assess. Right now, we've done 7 assessments so far. We did 2 JFVAs, and so I've kind of learned a lot, and I'm going to talk a bit about that this afternoon.
Yes, you are on the dock at the end of the day today.
Yep.
Correct?
Right before happy hour.
Right before happy hour, the time everyone's so awake.
Yeah,
full energy.
Thanks God for slowing down there before happy hour.
Okay, so newsworthy stuff. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so it was interesting. So on the way to CEIC West, a DIBCAC assessment popped up for us.
Yeah.
So
super fun times.
Still, it's a blast. So Sunday morning, or Sunday, I flew out here, and I know I lost my golf spot, so I couldn't play golf.
It was amazing, by the way. So
don't rub it in.
Sorry, okay. It was amazing. Yeah,
it probably sucked, right?
Terrible. Desert golf and perfect weather. Yeah, awesome course. So
Monday morning, I'm getting up at 5 a.m. to start my DIBCAC assessment. And this is for, as a C3PAO, we have to get assessed just like the Defense Industrial Base will have to every 3 years. Okay. So all 110 controls, there's no little parts to it or anything else. And the good part of it was I was done in about a day and a half.
Good.
So
you were prepared.
Even the better part is that we passed.
Yes.
So that
congratulations.
Kind of takes a whole bunch of stress off, because I can tell you, if you do your homework, you prepare, and you use a good infrastructure like a Cuick Trac, for example, that's going to be compliant, then you can pass. Yeah. And we're a small company. I mean, we had 2 system administrators and myself. And that's who manages our environment. Yeah. So it is possible to do, but it's work.
How much lead time did you have knowing that it was coming? Like, I mean, what kind of heads up did they give you?
We got about a month and a half heads up, and there's a reason for it. Our 3-year came up in August. But we have so many CMMC level 2 assessments backed up that I wanted to get it done early to make sure if there were any issues, I would have time to correct something before that August date.
Well, that's huge news.
I'm happy about it.
That's a relief. You look great. I mean, look, I can see just
we're all
happy.
Happy.
So, because the second thing I wanted to do if I wasn't golfing was be a DIBCAC assessment. So I'm glad someone got to do it.
What? You could have joined if
I
you
could
wanted.
have. I know. I could have. Shoot. No, I was busy taking second place. Martine took second place in the
Were you
golf
with
tournament.
Matt Travis?
So Matt Travis and
Yeah.
Carter at Soundway and
Okay.
one of the Chris from C3. So yeah, it was awesome. So none of them rub up in your face anymore. Minnesota
right.
people.
Well, you need to come play some golf with me. I think I brought that up a long
Let's
time
do it,
ago.
yeah.
When we get back.
I'm in. I'm in.
All right.
Now's the time. We get 6 weeks of summer in Minnesota, so might as well play some golf. So from here, we are summertime. What's your outlook? You're going to speak today on the assessment process stuff, but what are some of the things if let's say someone's watching or listening, doesn't have time to dive into this every single day and will live through the ecosystem and go on Discords and Reddits and stuff? Where are you seeing light bulbs come on that you, from CyberNINES perspective, would want people to pay attention to, be aware that helps them out for the rest of, let's say, 2025?
Just find a good partner to work with. It's really important to find a good partner. And the other thing is, what I've learned is when we've started to do scoping discussions with companies that want to get their assessments done, we found that it's really important that they do what's called a mock assessment.
Yes.
Right? The name's kind of funny, however you want to think about it, right? But it's almost like taking a test before you have to take the real test.
Mm-hmm.
And it's even better if you can get the company or the assessors that are going to be actually assessing you to do that mock assessment. Then you're going to know what you're good at, what you need to improve on.
It's a mock.
It's a mock assessment. Now, if I'm doing the assessment, I can't help you figure out how to solve your problem, but I can tell you, hey, you know what? You're not meeting this requirement because you're not using a FedRAMP moderate or equivalent infrastructure to support, meeting, transport, process, and storing of CUI.
Yep.
So it's preparation. It really is. I mean, the whole answer to the test is in 800-171 alpha. It's there right for you to go.
Good.
Just do what it says.
And there's still growing pains. So the mocks are good because we are, and Matt Travis was not when this one will come out, but was on prior to you today. And, there's trying to get CCAs, lead CCAs, and C3s. That's still going to always be the challenge. Just get that through and keep doing that.
Right.
But there's still things that have to grow. For example, the huge topic in the last couple of days, which is very specific to us too, is the use of external service providers. So CSP versus, cloud service offering from a CSP versus an MSP versus whatever. And you could sense that there are some C3PAOs that are still trying to, figure out exactly how that maps back to what it says and how that's going to impact things. And there's growing. Mock assessments are great because then you can say it's a mock. And it's okay that you didn't have it perfect. Where if you show up to a mock unprepared, that's one thing. Showing up to a scheduling of a lot of people are scheduling C3PAOs, not even thinking about doing a mock. Right? Because they're thinking about that date, and then they're thinking that I got all this runway time, and it's going to sneak up on them, and then they're not going to be ready. And we don't want that, right? Find the right partner.
Yep. It's great to find that right partner.
Yeah.
That's what you need to, that's going to be the best path to success. The whole space right now around these, managed service providers and managed, the MSSPs, and how do you assess that? It's a little complicated, and everybody's sort of, there's some growing pains that are going to happen,
100%.
right? And CyberAB is working towards coming up with some kind of better guidelines to help us as assessors navigate this space.
Yep.
And I have mixed feelings. Sometimes I want some of that guidance. Other times I want the flexibility.
For sure.
I want companies to pass.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you can cheat.
Its own perspective.
Right? But I'd rather have some flexibility to help a company tell me what they're doing and how they're doing it.
Yeah.
And help make sure that they get to the right place. So.
It's well said. And that's what people that have been through audits are used to, right? Is your auditor or assessor with the right terms here. But it's you get to do NIST 171. We've talked about this for years. You get to do NIST 171 how you want to. You don't have to do it the same way as everybody. We have to meet, and some assessors come with different backgrounds and different understandings, and the guidance is better than it was And I think Matt said this today too. It's going to get better. Well, it's good. I mean, it's a program that's rolling out. It'll take some time.
It's more difficult than ISO.
For sure.
Okay. ISO is more forgiving. The NIST program, this 800-171 assessment, CMMC, it's tough.
Not just a subset of controls that are just pulled over to the side.
Right.
Yeah.
But again, if you're prepared,
That's right.
you'll get through it.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Well, thanks for these go quick. That's the point. I mean, that's why it's called the Quick 10 podcast. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being on. We'll touch base when we get back, but I kind of tell everybody that has been on, especially at conferences like this, that let's do it again, like six months down the road, 12 months down the road. The same conversation is going to be interesting to see where it's evolved to. I think that'll be cool. 48 CFR will be out. Contracts will have it.
Meeting will be interesting.
Yeah. So, if you're watching this after October or wherever the fall is, then you know what we're talking about. But yeah, that'll be a good conversation. So,
all right.
thanks for having me on. Thanks for being on. You didn't have me on, but
thank you. Appreciate it.
Catch everybody next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening to this episode, and make sure to subscribe to the Quick 10 podcast wherever you get your podcasts, and check us out on YouTube as well. For more information about Cuick Trac, visit our website at www.cuicktrac.com. That's CUICKTRAC.com.